Alrighty, and welcome to another episode of the Primal Podcast. My name is William.
And this is Davis.
And we're here with...
Pati Fairchild.
From...
El Camino College. And I am holding an all-girl classic car show and vintage fashion exchange.
Awesome. When is that?
It is March 15th from 9:30 until 2 o'clock.
And that's part of your Girls in the Garage gig, isn't it?
It is. So Girls in the Garage is a series of hands-on workshops for women that I've been putting on at the school about once a month or so during spring and fall semesters. We usually pick a automotive topic, and then I will show the girls how to do this, and they will get a chance to pick up the tools and try it out themselves with no guys around. So it makes for a nice, comfortable environment for everybody. So.
How do you pick your topics?
I was just going to ask that.
Well, it's got to be something that the ladies can pick up in one day. So, rebuilding an engine isn't going to work. So we have done everything from welding and cutting to flaking a roof. So with everything in between, from upholstery, pinstriping, we did a scavenger hunt in a junkyard. We've done a little bit of body work. We have done like engine basics and drivetrain, how to pick and buy tires, how to change a tire.
Wow.
So, a big variety, yeah.
That's cool. So you just sort of field the questions of topics to the other members and say, what's getting some interest, let's go try it out and just go from there?
Well, it's not that much of a group effort, actually.
Oh, okay.
I usually don't have a topic until a few days before, and it's just what can I present in less than an hour that everybody could pick up and get so that they can try it out and accomplish something and then get that rush of, hey, I did it myself.
Right.
So, yeah, without a budget, that's, let's see, today we're going to learn how to restore headlights. Yeah, that's it. But we've gotten a great response. We've had as many as 32 ladies show up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we had a cable channel come out and report on us and the campus magazine, and it's just been fun. But now it's time for a really big event. So this car show is going to be big, I hope.
Well, that's cool. So you get a lot of press and attention from within El Camino College as far as what's going on campus and what's new and different?
Somewhat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah,
that
we
really
have a
helps.
lot of support. So, everybody thinks it's a great idea. Not everybody wants to present. So
Participate.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but I've had a lot of people saying that, oh, this was so much fun, and when's the next one, and let me know. So, I wish it didn't have to be that women in cars was such a special occasion. I really like it to be an equal playing field, but it just isn't quite yet. So, a little extra attention just for being a girl in a garage, that's
What girl
I'll
doesn't
take
like
it.
attention, though?
I'll take it.
So, as far as the show, how large of a show are we talking about? Like, how much space, number of cars?
We have room for 150 cars and 45 vendors.
Okay. And what have you gotten so far?
A whole lot of people who think it's a fabulous idea. So we have, 2 months to go? So we have plenty of time to get more people actually registered and locked in. And I don't think price is going to be a factor. It's $10 for a car and $35 for a vendor space. That's not out of this world.
No, that's very reasonable.
Nothing.
Right, yeah.
Newport show was what, 25? And there's
25 for I think it was.
It was like
50
it was
for
like
the
$50.
car. $50 for the car, and it was like at least $200 for a
vendor
10 by 10, I think.
Yeah.
And that was
the first show, and that was right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
but
for
that was
the
their first show as well. So
for as unique as the show is, and for how photogenic I think it's going to be, I think it's going to be a bargain. I think it'll be fun. I think anybody who brings a car out is going to be glad they did, because the theme of the show is that the ladies should dress like the year of their car.
I saw that.
So we could have anything from the 20s up until the 80s, 90s.
Right.
We could have people in leg warmers chatting up people in, 40s suits. We don't know, but it'll be fun.
Okay, so it's open to
To any female.
car, as long as it's
car.
owned by a female.
Yep.
There's no year cutoff.
No year cutoff.
Ah.
Anybody could go. In fact, any car or motorcycle,
There you go.
any year, any condition. So even if you don't feel like your car is worthy, it's still acceptable because it's owned and driven by a female who thinks it's the greatest thing.
And that's part of the Women's History Month.
It is. So to celebrate Women's History Month in March, we figured this car show not only is going to bring attention to our Girls in the Garage workshop events, it will also help people on campus and in the community see how car design and fashion design have changed over the years.
It's an interesting concept.
So,
What car are you bringing?
I will
Yeah.
be there in my 61 Chrysler New Yorker. Looks like the Batmobile. I was going to dress up like Catwoman, but that movie didn't come out until 1966, so it wouldn't be
Oh,
quite
man.
right. So I'll have to come up with something else.
And then,
That would have been rad.
what type of vendors?
Well, it's going to be, vintage fashion, not reproduction or retro. So it's not the same kind of clothes that you'll find for the ladies at regular car shows where it's all modern clothes, modern sizes, but old styles. This is going to be the real old stuff. So it could be clothing, shoes, hats, purses, even small household goods like, I don't know, the kitschy stuff you hang on the wall or old curling irons or whatever you like.
The cats.
Oh,
the
yeah,
cat
yeah.
stuff.
Kit Kat clocks.
Sure, why not?
But like that type of stuff,
Yes, yeah,
as long as it's original.
yes, the real old stuff.
What's the guys that do the motorcycle helmets and stuff?
Vintage class.
Might want to talk to them. They've got a
I
lot of
might.
that. They've got a lot of that stuff.
True. Oh, yeah. We'll have to write that down.
I mean,
I'll write that down.
they,
I'll forget.
I think they started off with motorcycle helmets, but they've really expanded. It's like they plan vacations around gathering stuff. And they.
I've done that.
to bring to shows.
I have done that.
And that's at El Camino College. Where is that located?
Well, it's in
Kind of-
Torrance, and it's the corner of Crenshaw and Redondo Beach Boulevard, lots J and K.
And it's free for.
It's free for spectators.
Is there free parking?
If you park in lot L, technically that's for the Rhodium, but it is free, and that's where I would park if I was going.
There you go.
But parking anywhere else on campus is $3. So not that big of a deal.
Right. Okay.
That's nothing.
Well, that's community college. That's cool.
Yeah.
We spend that on a bus ride.
True. Yeah, we do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then, are there going to be any bands there?
We hadn't thought so. We thought that maybe we'd just hire a DJ that could play music that would kind of, start out in the 20s and then get up
End
to
up-
the 80s by
up
the
to
end
the
of the
80s.
day
There you go.
to continue that progression on the time passing theme. But we actually had the Hot Rod Trio send me an email saying, "Can we play at your show?" So I'm like,
cool.
yes. Why, yes, you can. That sounds great. Now we just have to figure out, can we afford them? So, yeah, bands could definitely be a possibility.
I'm gonna jump back to the Chrysler. Is it a hardtop or four
It,
door?
it is a 4-door hardtop.
Oh, 4-door hardtop. Oh, wow.
Yes, kind of a strange model, but when
Yeah.
all the windows are down, it looks really cool and long and almost like a limousine. So,
And that has a
413.
okay.
Yep. And I got all of the parts to put the long ram intake in, but I haven't installed them yet. We'll see if I make it for the show or if this will be a closed hood event for me.
Right.
And where did you
Oh,
pick
that's
that
cool.
up at?
Well, eBay for the car. It was in San Diego. A couple people had it. Guess they didn't drive it as much as they had hoped. They weren't really car people. They said the brakes are a little soft, but you could drive it home. Those were not soft brakes. There was no brakes in the car at all. So it's feeling much better now.
Oh, cool.
But,
they had power brakes probably.
Yeah.
Fully loaded, right?
Yeah. Power windows
Power
and
windows,
everything.
Power windows, power steering.
Yeah.
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 An engine
Top
that
of the line.
size is, coughing up
Right,
enough
but-
vacuum to run all that stuff.
That's like right.
Yeah. Push button transmission and
Oh,
everything.
really?
I had to learn how to drive that on the first day. That was a little scary.
So that's those push buttons are on the dash. Where are they?
They are. They're on the dash.
On the right side or on the
Left side.
left side? Okay, so
Uh-huh.
only you can touch them.
That's right.
that's important.
Yeah, the turn signals are also on the dash, which was
Oh.
kind of strange at first. You're driving down,
Yeah.
you're like, okay, I need to make a right, and you're fondling for that handle that's not there off the steering column.
Right.
You're like, oh yeah, it's on the dash. Hold on a second.
And then it also has does it have that sort of hemispherical?
Oh,
speedo?
yes, it does. I think they called it an Astrodome or
Okay.
Astro or something or another. Oh, it looks like a jukebox. That dash was actually the reason I wanted that car. So I saw
sold right there. You saw
right
that
there
was
on the
sold.
spot. It was years ago. I saw a 62 at the junkyard with the same dash. Like, I must own this car. I don't care if it's avocado, but they wouldn't sell me the whole car.
Oh,
So I just kept an eye out, and when I realized, oh, the 61s have fins, oh, I'm definitely sold. The 62s didn't have fins.
those had the slope back taillight.
Yes.
62.
Yes, just like the Dodge 880 did.
Okay.
Same car. Well, same taillights.
So I'm thinking the New Yorker is different than a 300.
Yes, the New Yorker was one step down, which means it has almost all of the same parts, except it's 10% of the of the value.
Oh, that's weird.
So the 300
Okay.
had the same engine, but just
Okay.
a few different trim bits, and I think the upholstery was different.
And that has your car features the diagonal headlights.
Yes, it does.
Oh,
Yes, it does.
that's cool. You got to send us a pic.
Will do.
I should just go to the show.
We're going to see it on the 15th.
I'll shoot some pics.
Shoot some pictures and video.
There you go.
So, speaking of cars, what else do you own?
Oh boy, here we go. Here we go. All right. Well, right now I'm actually working on a 51 Chevy 5-window pickup. If you follow what's been going on the GasolineGirls.com website, you can see the custom interior that I've been working on. I've been adding some real wood to my interior. I made
Oh, really?
a custom dash out of an earlier Chrysler. I put it into the truck, which was not easy considering the Chrysler dash was 6 inches wider than the truck dash.
Cool. Right, of course.
But from there, I just went crazy with the wood. I did all my own custom bed wood with a veneer. And I just finished up door panels and garnish moldings. So that story will be up on the Gasoline Girls website pretty soon.
And what's the website for them?
GasolineGirls.com.
There you go.
Yep.
Nice and easy.
There you
Yep.
go.
So also in the garage is a 59 Mercury station wagon. Also a 4-door hardtop. At home there is a 49 Coronet and a 52 Coronet.
Wait,
In a friend's garage there's a 61 Vet, and my daily driver's a 73 Datsun 240Z.
Okay, that one I remember.
I remember the Z.
It's
you're right.
bright yellow and black. How could you forget it? So I think that covers all of them. There should be 7. That's too many
There should be
cars.
7.
That's too many cars.
The Coronet. What year was that?
49 and a 52. So that was back before Coronets were fast and cool. These are
Right.
the great big slow
big-
things with the 6-cylinder. Yeah, that's what this is.
Okay.
Not the
No.
64, 65 with
No.
the
No.
440
No,
and
no.
383.
No.
No, but the
Inlines.
49 I want to customize into a Woody, kind of like the Chrysler Woodies from that era. And I already have the red Ram Hemi that'll go in it.
Really? Where'd you find the Hemi at?
Again on eBay. That was kind of an adventure. I didn't have to drive anywhere, but I got some experience in how to ship parts on a pallet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it was kind of like a buy one get one free type of a deal.
really?
So I've got all the parts with the overdrive and everything for one, and then whatever's left over, I don't know what I'm going to do with. So too many projects and not enough time. You don't know anything about that, do you?
I'll just say that way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Actually, our phrase is time and money, but that's
Well, yeah, too many projects and not enough time, right?
Yeah.
That's what we always say.
Well, I got into cars because nobody would do it for me. I tried going to different shops and they were either ridiculously expensive or they just laughed at the project I was working on. I was like, that's a toilet. What do you want to put money into that for? So, pretty soon you start adding a little personality to what you have and fixing it up, and you get a little attention because you're doing a good job, and next thing you know, you're hooked. So.
And I guess once you start talking to people, they probably look at you and say, well, she obviously knows what she's talking about.
Finally, I'm at that point where people take me seriously and don't just give me a pat on the head and say, oh, that's cute, you changed your oil. But,
wow.
yeah, for a while, my Yellow Pages was very crossed out with places that just were not as friendly as I'd hoped. But overall, most of the car guys I've talked to, they want to feed me. They want to, like, you're my daughter I never had. Are you married? They think it's great. It's just every once in a while trying to buy parts that was a problem. So, yeah, it's a pretty good feeling when people start waving you down on the freeway asking, can I buy that car? Or, yeah, I made that car. I built it. I painted it. I welded it. That's my car. I did it.
And as far as the welding and the painting, you self-taught or?
I went to Cerritos College for years. All the instructors there were great, and the labs were set up just like at El Camino, where you bring in the car, whatever you're driving, and that's what you're going to work on. It's not like, okay, class, we're all going to sit down and we're going to all learn how to do, dent repair, or we're all going to open up the textbook to page 2 and we're all going to start here. No, you work on your car, and as you encounter problems, the teachers are absolutely there to help you, and they've got tools, and how could you even rent a place cheaper than what tuition costs? It's wonderful.
And what car was that?
That was my 79 Blazer, which I no longer have, but that was my big project. That was before SUVs were cool in California. So I brought that sucker out all the way from Minnesota, which is where I'm from, loaded on a trailer, went off to college in big ol' L.A. And the holes in the floor were everywhere and very large. In fact, I locked my keys in the Blazer once, and I was able to reach up through the floor up to my shoulder to retrieve the keys out of the ignition. So I learned rust repair for sure.
Your Ranchero was kind of like that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So
Holes in the floor.
Yeah. So what was the first car that really said, I'm into cars now?
Well, the first one, really. First car ever, 69 Camaro convertible, also before the prices went through the roof.
Wow.
So red,
This was in
black.
Minnesota?
Yep.
Ooh.
So red, black Z28 stripes. 15 years old, driving a 69 Camaro convertible. So,
Wow.
yeah, some of my
Jeez.
classmates didn't appreciate the fact that I earned that money to buy it myself. But, hey.
And she earned the money to
I
purchase
did.
that car.
Hey, I
Even
did.
better.
Beats my first car. 76
Oh,
Maverick.
there you go. Wow.
So the car was my dad's idea. I'm sure there was no midlife crisis issues there at all. But we went to some shows. We won a trophy. And, from then on out, just the fact that I was driving something absolutely cool and that I bought it myself. Obviously, I didn't work on it myself yet at that point, but that was pretty cool. I'd never lost it in the parking lot, that's for sure.
Right, exactly.
So out of all the cars that you've owned, any regrets of like one that you sold or did tweaked and it didn't work out?
Well, I did sell the Camaro. you move out and you're in an apartment, have no safe place to put it, and so that just didn't work out. It's now in somebody's garage with a black and white checkered tile floor. He's probably earning all kinds of trophies, but good for him. I no longer own the Blazer. That one was stolen and recovered in pieces, like my heart. After all the time I put into that stupid thing, for somebody to go and do that was tragic. But I sold it to a guy who thought he was going to fix it up, and good for him. And I've kept every single vehicle I've owned since, because I don't like regret. There are a few that I didn't buy that I wish I had room for, like all of them. But
Right.
but 7 is plenty.
I wish I had place for.
Yeah, if you've
if
got the room, you'll fill it.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, and then some. So
Your storage in your friend's house.
And then some is the key.
Yeah. So I was really surprised to find that I wasn't the only girl into cars. So, you meet up with girls' car clubs and you start meeting other ladies at car shows that did it themselves. And it's so refreshing that it's, even if it's somebody's girlfriend who just came along in her boyfriend's car, she still knows because she's out there with him in the garage fixing, cleaning, doing something.
Right.
Yeah.
Can you grab this? Can you grab that half-inch drive?
And
Deep
so
socket, 6-point.
Start,
Get the torque wrench.
then put the battery in.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Spin that off for me while I hold this. And,
Right. I need that third hand.
Progresses.
Yes,
Right.
it does. So for all those ladies, congratulations. That's kind of who I'm targeting at this show because, even if they're not into hot rods or if they're not into racing, they're into some other area of cars where, they've gotten past that point of, aren't you cute? And now they're ready to start doing this on their own with their own car. It's pretty cool. I think there's going to be a lot more of those type of ladies in and around LA that I haven't met yet. So hopefully I will meet them in March.
That goes right in hand with the new CEO of GM, who's a female.
That's very true, isn't it?
Right.
I'd forgotten.
And then that goes back to what you're doing with Girls in the Garage, as far as the classes. How did you come up with that idea, and why did you start doing it?
Well, I teach auto body at El Camino, and there weren't very many ladies in the class. There was maybe, 2, 3. That's not enough in a room full of 30 or 40 guys. They were all capable. They all could handle themselves and the situation and the tools, and they were having a great time. It's just, where is everybody else? So I started the Girls in the Garage workshops hoping that more ladies would sign up for the class. Well, if there's a free workshop, why pay for a class? So it was a success and it wasn't. So the Girls in the Garage kind of took on its own life, and my classes are still, maybe 3, 4, 5 ladies at a time. The night classes, I think, are a little bit easier. My classes are 8 units in the morning. It's a lot of hours and time spent where so many people have jobs during the day. It just doesn't work well. So at night, the balance is a little bit more equal, but I want ladies in my class. So.
All right. Now, as you mentioned woodworking, did you take woodworking class separate then with the auto body? And
I have taken quite a few different hands-on classes. I've done metalwork and fabrication and jewelry casting. I have done some woodworking from a class at Cerritos College. Very nice people in that department. But when it comes to working in my shop, it's real hard to have my woodworking going on at the same time as things like welding for fire hazard reasons.
Sure.
So woodworking is something that I'm kind of keeping until maybe I retire, where I could get into it as much as I wanted to. I'm trying to focus on as few hobbies as possible. Oh, it's not working though. There's so many things about cars that just require so many tools and materials and skills. I want to try them all. So I've even cast my own taillight lenses. I'm learning how to do enamel work for emblems. I'm learning how to plate my own things. I want to be the one who figures out how to fix pot metal pits without heat. So that is my little foray into chemistry.
Without heat, would that
Without
require some sort of filler / bonding agent /
Yes, that's...
It'd have to be like a cold application, right? You just said without heat. So.
It would. Because pot metal, when you go to solder it, it doesn't turn red or orange like a regular metal does. It just turns into a puddle all of a sudden. So it's very hard to work with traditionally, with solder. So I figured, okay, there's got to be some kind of metal conductive filler that I can use, that I can plate to fix these old parts. Well, yeah. Apparently I'm not the first person to think of this this brainstorm, and it's not as easy as I thought it was going to be. So in the original old pot metal, there's zinc.
Okay.
And zinc doesn't play nice with anything when it comes to plating. And that's why some of the platers don't get good results, is because this zinc has somehow come to the surface and now the plate will bubble. That is the big problem.
That's like lacquer over enamel or some
Yes.
sort of white water-based paint over oil. Latex just doesn't work.
Yeah.
Picks right off.
Yep. So the chemistry has me stuck at the moment, but I'll get it. I will be a millionaire when I figure this out.
Well, that's a good attitude. So you've cast your own taillight lenses. So that would, did you use like an RTV silicone?
I
fast
certainly
cast?
did. Yep.
Made a mold of the part that was broken or jacked up, or the one you didn't have.
Well, I'll find a taillight that's as good as I can find it. I'll clean it up and polish it and shine it, and then I'll make a a silicone cast of it. And then you pour in the liquid resin, and it solidifies. And next thing you know, if you have won the battle against bubbles, you have a taillight, which is not always easy to see because the rubber is opaque. You can't see through it. So, do I have a bubble? Do I not? Oh, lots of fun was had by all. But I've gotten some decent results. So there's at least a few Cadillac hearse owners that are happier now than they were before. Apparently the hearse taillights in, I believe, 63 were different than the regular Caddies. They're about an inch taller, so those are the one.
Wow.
Those are some that I made. Now, see, I will expect a call from GM wanting their cut of the...
You get a call like, who was it, OPG? They do a lot of classic parts for Cadillac.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
The one we met, the guys we met at SEMA.
Right.
Yeah.
Gonna have to give you their number.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, I don't need to be in business. I just do this for fun.
Well, that's how it all starts, though.
Yeah, but you've got the cast.
I do.
See?
Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's the thing with one off. Yeah, I mean, you do one. It's like, well, I've got this mold. What do I do with it now?
That's what they're talking about in the Hearst Forum right now.
Uh-huh.
Right.
So, but it is kind of fun to be able to, if I wanted purple taillights, I could make them. If I wanted orange, if I wanted green, the Highway Patrol wouldn't like me very much, but I could do that. I could make that myself. So, the possibilities are endless.
Very, very cool.
That's cool.
So, back to the car show.
Yes.
El Camino on the 15th.
Yes. From 9:30 in the morning till 2 in the afternoon.
2 in the afternoon. Wow, I forgot what I was going to say.
Okay.
So you've got lots of interest, not a lot of people
Committing.
signing up yet.
Yes. So how do they contact me if they are interested in signing up?
That's
there
where
we go.
I was going. I saw that you do have a Facebook page.
We do. We have a Facebook group, Girls at the Garage, and apparently we're not the only one. So you find the one that's in torrents.
Because there's also, when I was doing a little bit of research, there's like a band
Yes.
called Girls in the Garage.
Yes,
kidding,
albums and back when. Yes, I haven't heard any of their music. I keep meaning to listen in, but apparently they do. They have multiple albums on vinyl.
So that's probably why you don't have girlsinthegarage.com.
Most likely, yes.
So it's strictly Facebook right now?
At the moment, yeah. We're putting up some web pages on the El Camino .edu website so that you can find us through the school, but it's not up just yet, so we're just on Facebook at the moment. And for people that are interested in getting a registration form, P Fairchild at elcamino.edu is my email. So I'll be answering questions by email, sending out registration forms for vendors and vehicles, and coordinating the event.
And on the Facebook page is also links to a PDF
Yes.
where you can download it and mail or scan it, I'm guessing.
You can actually fill out the PDF form right there on the internet and submit it that way.
Okay,
Very tech fancy.
I did see that link because I was thinking, how am I going to put this on our webpage? And it's like, I don't know how to do this.
Nope.
So that's Girls in the Garage. Do a quick search on Facebook.
Yep.
What if someone wanted to get involved in the classes that you teach?
They would look on elcamino.edu and look under auto collision. They'll see a list of all the classes that we offer, and the one with Fairchild as the instructor, that's me. So they are more than welcome to read all about it. I'd love to see more people in the classes.
And then if, let's say, someone wants to get involved with Girls in the Garage,
They would also contact me. Email is the best. I'm never by a phone. But we are always looking for guest speakers. We are looking for sponsors. If you sell a product that can be demonstrated and used in, an hour or two, plus some questions and, etc., that would be wonderful. I would love to have somebody else talking to these ladies besides just me. We've been at this, doing these workshops since December of 2010, and I'm running out of topics that I know something about. So it'd be wonderful to get, even people who are into carpentry or could do some plumbing or electrical for a home. A garage doesn't have to be cars. I think any time ladies could get over the fear of picking up a tool and doing something themselves, it's, so many ways you could go from there. So.
absolutely.
Right, because, I'm sure you found out doing electrical, doing plumbing, doing any kind of hands-on, there's a way that something systematically goes together and then comes apart. Something was placed, has a beginning and an end.
Yes.
Right, whether, checking continuity or getting fuel from a tank to the carburetor, you're going to follow that path. So it's just like your way of thinking is, it's got to have a beginning and an end, and yes, you can systematically take something apart and replace it.
Yep. And, if you learn electrical on a car, it's not that big of a stretch to understand an electrical circuit in your house.
Exactly.
Once you figure out how to, use a Zerk fitting or something like that, it's not that difficult to figure out how to plumb something at your house if you're making a repair, or understanding, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. What's this tool for? What does this do?
Right.
All of a sudden, it all starts to make sense, and then there you go. Now you're the expert.
Yeah. And sweating copper pipe's a whole lot easier than welding. So,
Right.
Uh-huh.
So if you can learn how to weld, from one of your workshops, copper pipe's a breeze.
Well, sure.
Lower temperature, it's done quick.
Yep. And if you've never been in a room full of ladies who have never welded before, oh boy, did we have some pictures when we broke out the oxyacetylene cutting torch and blew sparks everywhere. Oh, it was such fun. Everybody was taking, Facebook videos and taking pictures of each other, and talk about a whole bunch of big smiles at the end of the day. They conquered that big scary tool, and they did it. So we have a blast.
So I'm guessing it's probably like a year ago when we went out there
Where?
to El
Oh,
Camino
El Camino
College,
College, right.
you know, we did the
Yes.
interview with the Gasoline Girls.
Yes, I think we did.
See,
Yeah,
there was
this
a
is
couple
your-
Falcons there that you guys were working on.
I believe so. Yes.
What kind of project cars are coming in now?
Oh, for the gasoline girls?
No, for the girls in the garage. Well, okay, I don't.
Okay.
There were girls working. Oops, there were girls working on cars. Maybe we caught it at the tail end.
Well, the gasoline girls have always been a big help and a big supporter at the Girls in the Garage events. They have been there from the beginning. And so they always bring their cars and always provide a little bit more of a experienced aspect to where women coming in for the first time, they see me and think, oh, I'll never get there. I'll never be able to know what she knows. Where the gasoline girls, they've been learning on their cars all along, and they're at different levels. And so women coming to an event for the first time, they say, oh, okay, and they get to meet and talk with other ladies who are at different levels in their learning. So as for what vehicles they've been bringing in lately, I don't know. We've been off all winter, so it's kind of hard to tell as far as Girls in the Garage. But I know Kristen of the Gasoline Girls, she's working on getting her Falcon up and running, and she is contemplating an engine swap on the Studebaker, the famous Studebaker, the pink one.
But that Falcon's not running yet.
I believe it is. I think it went to Moon Eyes. I think she got it up and running.
Cool.
I'll have to check on greasegirl.com and find the new progress.
Because, wow, it's been a while. Because they were trying to get it ready for Moon Eyes 2012.
Yes.
Because that's when I bought all those Galaxie parts.
Wow.
From the
every year.
From the
Yeah.
the demolition Derby 68 Galaxie.
Okay.
So I was over there.
Well, nothing goes fast,
No.
especially when you don't have a shop where you can just turn around and grab whatever you need. So, all these ladies, they have jobs and they have new babies and families, and so it's not easy to spend real time in the garage and get things together. But I believe Davy the Falcon made it to Moon Eyes. I believe.
2013.
Yes. Yes.
Well, we missed that one
Yeah, we
due
did.
to the rain.
The rain.
I chickened out as well.
Okay.
I meant to go and I saw the clouds. I'm like, oh, it's so warm in this bed.
But you are going to Turlock this year because we saw you there
Last year.
Oh, yes. I've been going to the Winter Turlock for quite a few years now. It's one of my favorite swap meets. So I will definitely be up there.
And we do it like every other year. That way we can catch the Grand National Roadster shows that same weekend.
Yes, a show that I keep missing because of Turlock.
Yes,
So-
that's why we kind of do it flip-flop every other year. That way we can try to make everything. When you can't. So, any big plans, goals for this year? What are you going to try to get done?
I absolutely have to get this Chevy pickup on the road and drivable, because now that I've started painting some of the exterior pieces, if it hangs out in the shop, it's going to start getting scratched up, and it just happens. You put things on the roof. You just do, because it's a horizontal surface and you need the space. So this truck has to get done, and the only thing really holding me back is trying to figure out how to change a 3 on the tree to either a 4 on the floor, which that truck had in that year, but it would require changing out, I think, the entire closed driveline, et cetera, and I don't want to backtrack quite that far. But my spiffy new Chrysler Dash doesn't work with my column shift from the original Chevy transmission. And nobody makes a kit for the 51. It's all 55 and newer. So either I have to figure out how to make a custom shift kit, or I need to find a 4-speed. But that's my real big, what have I gotten myself into moment on the truck.
Huh.
That's what you.
So that's where you guys come up with the answer just right now, right? Go.
No, that's what I. That'll be the first thing I think of at 5:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. Is you don't plan to wake up that early, but that the idea comes in your head of, dang, that linkage. Maybe if I heated up that extra scrap piece that I have, and maybe I should just draw it out.
Well, a mechanical engineer, I am not.
Just drives you nuts.
Yeah, I've tried customizing things that have to move in a certain way before, and it's not my strong suit. I can make things look real pretty, but making them work is a bigger challenge. So I have not figured out the physics on trying to get this thing to work, because I have my, the gas pedal is right there where that linkage goes, and I also have the master cylinder.
Oh, that's underneath the floor.
It is underneath the floor. So everything's kind of in the way. So either I move those things, or I don't know, I'm going to end up with a push-button trans Chevy truck.
Well, that would solve your problem.
It would.
There's what you want.
There's an old Hudson shifter that goes on the column, where it looks like a turn signal switch, a very fat one, but you choose your transmission gear right there on this pod-looking thing. It's the coolest. I want one very much, but Hudson. Apparently other Hudson people like them a lot.
Right. That'll work perfectly. It's only $500 and I got to rebuild it, right?
Actually, there was one at the San Diego swap, and they wanted $1,000 for it.
There you go.
The guy had it for years, and it was just one of those things that he did not want to sell, but he wanted to show it off. And so he said, yeah, sure, you give me $1,000 and it's yours. I am almost tempted, because the price, the real price of those things has gone up so much that $1,000 is almost becoming reasonable. I still don't know how I'd make it work, though. It's just really cool.
Yeah. Well, we found that, like at Turlock, there's a lot of that, in the... we call it the back 40, where the real stuff is. But there's guys that bring stuff out and they don't want to. They really don't want to sell it. You weren't there, but I was there with Fish. And there was it was cracked. It was a cracked slingshot intake.
Yeah. It
was cracked. The guy wasn't there. We called him, finally meet up, and it was just some exorbitant price. It was like, really? We hung out an extra hour. It's like, you really don't want to sell this thing. And it had a big crack. It even had a hole in it. You stick your finger in it.
Yeah, but then again, you never know what you'll find at a swap meet, because it could go the other way too. People will give stuff away, and they don't realize what they have.
Well, I had that happen at Turlock as well.
Right.
Literally give it away. Oh, you're interested in this? Oh, you need that part. Go ahead and take that. You have a great day. I was like, thank you very much. I certainly will.
Yeah, I got the shifter on my truck for $1.
Awesome.
You needed that, yeah.
Awesome.
$1.
There was guys selling like taillights and stuff, like the plastic.
Mm-hmm.
And I found one for the '68 Galaxie, which is kind of rare to find, at a swap meet.
Uh-huh.
And I forgot how much he said. I'm like, no way. And I started, just started walking, and he ran after me and said, okay, $40. I'm like, that's for the pair, right? He's all, yeah. Like, sweet. I mean, those things go for like $125. So you're right. It goes both ways.
Yeah.
And there's also the other issue of the swap meet. It's like, yeah, I could probably use that, or that'll fit. That's a pretty good condition. Let me walk an aisle over, and then I'll think about it as I keep walking, and I'll come back, and then you decide, I'm going to go back and get it, and then you go back and it's gone.
Oh,
Right.
I learned that one early. I haven't done that in a while, and because of that, I grabbed everything that looked cool or interesting or neato, or I could figure out what that fits. I could use that for something. And now my ceiling is caving in because I keep my parts upstairs at the shop. So I have oodles of awesome stuff, some of which I even know what it is, and it's been really fun learning what stuff is. It's kind of a hobby, and it helps me learn, what cars are. It's like, oh, I know that's a 52 Studebaker because it's got those taillights that fit on a 52 Studebaker. Now, customizers are a bit, it messes with my education, but at least I can go up to a custom and say, oh, yeah, that's a 58 Buick taillight. I know what that is. So when I start hanging out with people at the swap meet who know the prices of things, now it becomes, oh, okay, now is this a good bargain? Is this a good buy? And when you go dig in a dollar parts bin and you find I think it was a 37 Plymouth crank hole cover, and you put it on eBay just to see what happens because you were so proud that you figured out what this odd little molding was for, and it goes for $256. You say, hey, this swap meet stuff is awesome! I love this! But you got to let go of the parts, and that's the tough part.
Well, so it's letting go of anything that you've worked on or put the effort into,
That's true.
That's why you've got 7.
Right.
Hard to get rid of.
So I will be that crazy 80-year-old lady with, zillions of cars out in a yard somewhere and buildings full of stuff. And
they're all tagged, right? All your parts are tagged?
Oh, yeah. Organized, definitely.
Bagged and tagged.
Bagged and tagged, that's right.
So, I'll just keel over in the garage one day, and they'll open up this time capsule of what in the heck did this woman... It'll all be chrome, of course. Yeah,
what
yeah.
Was she thinking? Yeah. What's with all this pot metal?
All this pot metal. What are these molds for?
Right.
Oh, those cars that you drove on the street by yourself? Oh, we can't even drive those on the freeway anymore. It's all GPS and etc. Do you think that will happen? Do you think in our lifetimes that we will no longer be able to drive cars on the freeway that have no GPS or electronic identification just because all those people not driving their own cars and letting the computer do it for them won't be able to read us?
As long as the computer has like TuneIn or Stitcher and they've got our podcast, it's okay with me. No, but you're right. But it's an interesting point, though, as cars become more fuel efficient and tax revenue dollars have to come from somewhere, so they'll probably start charging us by how much we drive, not by how much gas we use.
Could happen.
But I think you're right with minimal attention span. There was I saw something on the news too about the woman who got a ticket for wearing the Google Glass glasses on like a pair of regular glasses because of potential distraction. So not only is it a head-up display on your windshield, it could be a head-up display, a half an inch from your eyeball. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, a friend of mine's take on the whole thing is he's just glad that BMW drivers will no longer be driving their own vehicles.
There you go. Well, yeah.
I don't know. I don't predict it in our lifetime. I think our generation we'll be able to drive them till close to the end. But the next generation, that's going to be a harder sell.
But definitely will not know how to change a tire.
Yeah, or it might even be illegal to do so because it voids some kind of warranty, which is already happening on the newer cars.
Well, yeah, because there's sensors and stuff in there.
Mm-hmm.
Right, that goes with that no flat. What is it? The tire that doesn't go flat. What do they call that?
Like a run flat type of thing?
Yeah, it's like, they don't even have a spare tire anymore. They just have a little air compressor. It's like, if this doesn't do it, then you have to call somebody.
Oh, well, this new technology.
That's where your GPS comes in. I call it the no star. I've got a flat. I need help. It's like.
Oh. Okay, let's talk about old cars again. This is making me sad.
So the truck, the Chevy truck, right?
Yes.
It has a what kind of engine does it have in it?
It has a 216. Nothing fancy. When I first got the truck, I got the truck in trade for doing some work on a 53 Suburban for a friend's dad. So he gave me the truck in trade instead of paying me, which was cool because I've wanted a step side for quite a long time. And the truck needs to be chopped. It
Really?
definitely, but if I chop it, the proportions everywhere else
Are gonna get all wacky.
are all off. So either I completely redesign this truck or I leave it as is. So I've decided to leave it as is, which means I'm going to keep the original engine as well. And I'm going for a truck look rather than a every accessory known to man type look.
Bare bones hubcaps.
Yeah.
Go to Home Depot.
Yeah. Minimal chrome.
Go get your sheet metal and yeah.
So it'll be shiny but not chromed out.
Oh, so you don't want that nice billet, column,
Tilt away, small steering wheel,
No.
sound system.
No. So
make it so that
She's probably not even gonna have carpet. It'll probably just be a
Nope.
rubber mat.
I got the rubber mat
There
already.
you
Yep.
go.
So I don't know if that's going to clash with my gorgeous wood interior or not, but it'll come together one way or the other. So now I just have to figure out tires. I found some artillery wheels, and apparently 17 is an odd size.
Those are expensive.
Well, that's why I got the 17s, because everybody wants the little ones.
Oh.
So not very many people make a truck-looking tire in a 17. I wanted the one with the pie crust rim around the edge, but the tread looks like a car tire, and I want a truck-looking tread, something like it would have come way back when. I know they made them. I have crusty ones on my other wheels already. Where are the new reproduction 17s? But yeah, all these little things that are dead ends in a project. They stumping like, dang. That was a really good idea a minute ago. Now what am I going to do?
Right.
I hear you. Having a one-off your car.
You're familiar.
Yeah, it's like you get creative.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Look, to wrap this up, what's on your wish list? If you could have one car that
Oh boy.
See, it's just
okay. I'm saying one. You just happened to see it. It was for sale. What's that dream car?
Well, it would probably have to fly. Some of the old 60s customs with the bubble top and all of the toggle switches and things inside with great big fins and obnoxious paint would be really cool. I would like to be the caretaker of a car like that, but it'd be more fun to make my own, of course. So trying to pick just one car, a stock car that I would just have to have when I saw it, I can't pick just one. Some of them speak to you and some of them don't. I'm not a big muscle car fan. And the last car that really wanted to be bought was some dusty old thing. It was a 56 or 7 Packard, one of the very last years. Must have been 57. The thing was purple and white from the factory with all the power accessories and the supercharger that came stock. That one wanted to come home with me.
Did that have like that catfish front nose?
Yes, I believe it did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
57 was the last year for those?
I
Or
think
58.
58. 58 was the last Studebaker. Or Packard, I'm sorry.
Right. They picked up all the pieces.
Yeah.
Oh.
So,
That's unique.
that and a 54 Kaiser has clearly the coolest taillights known to man. Great big boomerang-shaped things that crawl all the way up the top of the quarter panel and kind of wrap back down the side of the... Oh, man, they're so cool. So if anybody sees 54 Kaiser taillights, I'm looking for such taillights.
That's a single year, too, right? For
54 and 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, had the same taillights. 53 was similar, but just not quite there yet. So...
Well, awesome. Well, thanks for coming out and talking with us.
You're welcome. Hope to see ladies and gents, at the car show in March. So guys are welcome, of course. It's just that you can't drive in.
Alrighty, so on that note, till next time, my name's William.
And this is Davis. And
Fairchild, thank you.
But there'll be